What's good, everybody? Welcome back to 2 Cent Tuesdays with Jenny, where you will be getting my unsolicited, unapologetic opinion about what's going on in the world today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are notified every single time that I post a new video. And without further ado, let's get right into today's topic. This is going to be short, but very to the point. I'm sure by now you have all heard about yet another black man who has been unalived by police. Tyre Nichols. Tyre was pulled over for aggressive driving. I don't know what transpired for 5, now we hear 6 officers to show up on the scene. But they did, and everything just went bad. You can see on the body cam that Tyre, he kept asking, what did I do? I'm not doing anything wrong. Why am I being arrested? They were very aggressive. Tasing at one point, Tyre got up and ran. Which then led to a brutal beating. Again, I have not fully watched the video. I keep seeing bits and pieces. I just watched another clip because, like I said, more is coming out, and I'm sure even more is going to come out as the days go on. And this is the first clip where I heard him screaming for his mom. I know his mom took to the news and she's been very vocal, and she spoke out about him calling for her name. That just does something to me when I hear that between him, George Floyd. It's just heartbreaking. And knowing that he was just not too far from his mother's home was just devastating. And the fact that he's calling out to her, probably wishing she would hear him and somebody come help him. The attack was so bad that Tyre's neck was broken. I believe he was in ICU for about 3 days before he ultimately passed. These 5 officers, now 6 officers, all look just like him. They have been fired, arrested, and charged with second-degree murder. I don't know about the 6th cop who is not black. I don't know if he's been charged with anything as of yet, but he has been fired. But I know the 5 black officers have been charged with second-degree murder. Also fired recently was 3 EMTs who did not properly provide help for Tyre in the moment. I'm tired of talking about this. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of it happening. I hate to be brutal and blunt. Sorry, let me go ahead and drop my 2 cents in. I'm already doing it. I'm getting to this, like, what are we going to do? Because nothing is ever, I feel like there is never going to be a change. As long as they have the power that they do, we are never going to be safe in this country. And that's just the reality, the sad reality. I don't care what you can say. He was resistant, he was whatever. Nothing. No officer that's supposed to serve and protect, who has a duty, should be raging out to the point where you kill somebody. It felt so personal. Now, a rumor came out, and I don't know how true this is. I haven't heard anything else about it, that the main aggressor in the case, which is this guy, allegedly had known who Tyre was because of a girlfriend he had who Tyre used to work with. And I don't even want to really go into the details because, again, I don't even know if that's true. He was obviously the aggressor in the video. It also has come out that he was charged before for beating an inmate unconscious, but the charges were dropped And it's like, clearly this man has a problem. The fact that they were all black men beating on another black man, knowing what we go through on a day-to-day basis, they allowed their ego and their masculinity, their abuse of power, they released all of that on that man. Because it was not necessary. He was outnumbered no matter what. There was no reason to beat him to that point. From the clips that I saw, they was clearly lost in the heat of the moment. And as a cop, that should never happen. This is not a black or white issue. This is a police issue. The fact that they stick together no matter what race they are. And I've been saying that. I've always felt that way, no matter what color. They could be black, brown, white. As long as they wear that uniform, united, they gonna stand. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And that's scary for people that look like me. People that look like my dad. People that look like my brother. That is hard. That is so scary. You know, it's also a double-edged sword, because to know that they have already been charged with second-degree murder, it's like, yes, they deserve it. Absolutely, they deserve it. But if they were white, would that have happened so fast? Or would it have been in question of whether or not they feared for their life and were justified for this beating? I feel like it would have been a lot different had these officers been of a different race. Now, don't get me wrong. They deserve what they're getting, without doubt. But at the same time, it's a little troubling in the spirit of how fast they were charged in this situation. When we watched a video like George Floyd, and that was clearly murder happening right there in our faces. And they still had to find reasons, find fault. Okay, what? It took way too long for him to get charged, as well as his accomplices. It's getting to a point where it's like we can't win in this country. As long as we have officers out there who don't care, who don't value life, who feel like they are in charge, and these egos and these races and the prejudices and the racism and all these things, as long as they keep putting people like that in the department, we are never going to be safe. You know, you want to bash us, you want to make us out to be the bad guy, but you will never understand until you have to tell your child that the cops, somebody who they believe to protect them, they have to fear them. And I know you want to say, well, that's not what you should be teaching. No, we have to teach our children that. Because at the end of the day, whether they comply or they don't, if they happen to run into the wrong officer at the wrong time, it don't matter. Justice for Tyre. Prayers to his family to get them through this. And I don't know, y'all. Y'all just stay safe out there. I'm tired. It's exhausting at this point. Make sure y'all follow me on all my social medias. Everything will be in the description down below. And Jenny is out.
The world that scares you, and what do you do in order to not raise kids who are scared of the world?
What we do with our helicopter parenting style is that they trust what we see. So during this pandemic, it forced us to have serious conversations. I had to explain what happened to George Floyd to my children. And try not to say that it's a dangerous world. Because I'm walking with my daughter, there's a police car driving by, and she's held me tighter, like she's protecting me. I'm raising black sons. It's not the same. It's not the same for us.